Well, Mr. Secretary, thank you again for being here in Colorado.
Thank
I
you.
was here with you when you were up in Commerce City. So I want to thank you for all your support. And I've been trying to follow this as close as possible. You probably know already that I'm the publisher of the paper, of a media group now, El Seminario. And this has really been of great importance to me personally. As you mentioned about your daughters, I have a daughter and I have two granddaughters, and I can't believe what has happened over this mess. But I have two questions that I'm trying to understand myself. I know we have the 14th Amendment, which talks about equal rights to everybody, and especially if it requires medical help or life-threatening measures. Is this something that the Biden and Harris administration can somehow move an executive order into saying, "Hey, we're gonna stop this until I understand now we're going to the Supreme Court on one measure as well." So, is there something we can do to just put a stop to this craziness?
Well, the president has used his executive powers on several occasions to try to advance access to health care, especially reproductive health care.
Okay.
But that's limited. And he cannot undo what a U.S. Supreme Court decision has done to eliminate that federal protection that women had under Roe versus Wade. He cannot undo what a Congress might pass in terms of a law. So the president has said the fastest, safest, surest way to ensure that a woman has access to the reproductive health care she needs is to reinstitute Roe versus Wade. Congress can pass a law that says Roe versus Wade will be in effect again. That would provide us that uniform protection that we don't see today, where some states, like Colorado, offer protection, but other states do not. And so we need to have action from Congress. Meanwhile, the president's going to do everything he can through executive order, and he's told us in our various departments to do everything we can.
On this, pronounced it EMTALA?
The EMTALA case?
Yes. Will that have an impact in how the Supreme Court, not only in this particular matter, but in going forward?
So right now, the EMTALA law, the emergency medical treatment law that applies nationally. So we have a federal law that says that if you are in an emergency condition and you need help to be able to stabilize your health or to save your life, you are entitled to get that support, that service from a medical facility. That's to protect your life and stabilize your health. In some cases, to stabilize that life or protect that life, you might need to perform an abortion. If a woman is, for example, hemorrhaging, she is losing a pregnancy, and her life is now at stake as well, a doctor's judgment may be that in order to save that woman, the doctor must also perform the abortion. The federal law says a person in America is entitled to that emergency care. We're in court right now because there are some who would say that a woman's right to access emergency services should be restricted in states that restrict access to abortion care. That's what's being discussed right now. Probably within the next week, we're going to hear from the Supreme Court whether women in America can be safe knowing that if they are in an emergency, that they'll get the care that they need.